Okay, quick pivot to your childhood, because I think what's important is always to hear how does a successful entrepreneur go from being a kid from Kansas,
Kansas, born
being,
and raised. Yeah.
kid from Kansas that ends up being a pharmacist and a CEO and a successful entrepreneur. Was there something about your childhood that's maybe different?
Um, I can't say there was something about my childhood.
You had a small little like side. You were selling candy on the
Oh,
corner or something.
I mean, from a young age, I was really I was hustling
Maybe not on the
In
corner,
Kansas, right?
on the field.
But next to the wheat field. Um, I, I remember growing up and yeah, bagging candy, selling at school, mixtapes. Like I had one of those uh, cassette decks at home where you could put one, you could buy a tape. I don't know if your audience knows
Hmm.
what that is, like
No.
a cassette tape. This is before CDs, which maybe they don't even know what that is. But you could put one in on one side and then a blank one on the other and dub it. You just copy everything over, and then I would sell those at school. So like I'd get the latest Belle Biv DeVoe's tape, and then go sell a copy of it at school. So I was doing that, mixtapes, and baseball cards. I actually remember I started with baseball card like shows in my basement, advertise in the newspaper, you know, buy a bunch of like wax boxes, sell cards, sell my own cards, have people come to my basement. And then I graduated from that to like real card shows. So I would buy cards and then go sell them with a bunch of adults at like the local hotel, Howard Johnson. I'm
Wow.
12 years old with a bunch of like 45-year-old, 50-year-old men selling baseball cards. So I've always been this way, which is very different than my parents. My dad was an air traffic controller, got laid off during the Reagan administration, moved us to Saudi Arabia, when I was really young. So it was the only place he could get a job. So we lived over there for a few years, came back, worked for the USDA, government guy. My mom worked in a lab testing blood. So they weren't entrepreneurs. In fact, when I told my dad that I was starting my own company, I was quitting my job, starting my own company, he was disgusted. He's like, you have a good job. Why can't you just accept your salary and move on? So I don't know. It was just something about me. Always wanted to do it. I always had that passion.
That hunger. Yeah, my mom wrote me a letter when I started Adapt CFO. She was like, I don't think this is the right time.
Yeah.
Your wife is pregnant.
Yeah.
You shouldn't leave your job. And she talked me out of leaving the job before I came to Encompass because she was like, you had a great. And before that, she also thought I should stay at the other job. So,
Yeah. I think there's a story like this about the guys that founded Uber.
yeah, I
Uh,
believe it. There's always someone telling you
or like one of the first
not to take it.
employees, yeah, like talked him out of it, and it was just a huge miss.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's balance to it, right? But there's reward and risk, right? So I think that's important. And so we want to get our kids overseas at some point to see what else is out there in the world.
Mhm.
Living in Saudi Arabia, does that have any impact on your timeline?
Uh, well, so I was super young, right? Like 4 years old. So there's
Okay.
a lot I don't remember, but we lived in a compound, like double wide trailers full of international people.
Mm.
I know it was not a pleasant experience for my mother. So maybe maybe it was like maybe subconsciously, like my dad was a union guy, went on strike, got fired. Maybe subconsciously, it's like I don't ever want to be put in that situation. I'm going to make it for myself, and nobody's going to be able to fire me, even though I've been fired plenty. Um, this is maybe also a reason why
That'll be
I
for the next
had to
gen.
become an entrepreneur. Nobody would keep me.